So YouTube, it's Mike here, coming back here with another video. Today I'm just like kind of like winging it again. Random topic here. I want to talk about living like a supervillain and the song Super Villain by Powerman 5000. And I don't know, I feel like life just like depending on who you are and like what happens in your life, like it just there's things that can just force you to be a supervillain. So like say for an example, like you just like normally like in life you like live it and like over time things just treat you like bad, like things just get really bad. And like see like even for an example too, you're like driving on the interstate and like or like driving on a highway and you look behind you and you're going like 5 over the speed limit and there's like a car like right behind you just like really on your ass, so you're like what the hell, like why? So you just like you keep driving and like keep driving and you keep looking in the mirror because you're like paranoid this person just like being really annoying and like stupid in the background. So what you do is like you pull over to the left and you go into the other lane, like the oncoming head-on lane, and there's no cars in that lane, and you just like you've come to a complete stop. And I've done this before. I've just come to a complete stop and like just like go behind the person instead and just start doing it to them. And it's like it's basically like a treat others how you want to be treated, but you go through so much in life that like eventually you just become a supervillain because of the fact that like everyone just treat like shit. So yeah, it's just like I don't know, it's just like that, and like it feels like over time, like the longer I'm alive, the more I just feel like the world wants me to become a supervillain and just not be cool or like nice or normal anymore. And it's like I don't know. I mean I guess I could start with the story of like when I was younger, like when I was living in Iowa. I lived with my mom and like those guys, and then she married my stepdad, and I was only like 4 or 5 years old back then, and um, I didn't really like it. I didn't really like it because we moved from like kind of a small town to like the countryside, and I myself have never been like into country music, and I've never like liked like farm life and stuff like that. I've always found myself to like be like wanting to be in like a city situation and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just that was kind of annoying. And then like as I got older, I like figured out this school was just it was just not a very good school to be at. Like everyone there was like just kind of I don't know, they were just like rude. Like they were always like I would go to school and like I'd only have like a few friends, but the friends that I had were like honestly not friends. Like they were just rude people. They would constantly like make fun of me and like punch me and like just do stupid things and like always like just I was always like the pushover in the group. So it just felt like I was like wasn't really worth it, but they were the only people that I wanted to hang out with because all the other people I didn't like sports, so I wasn't really gonna hang out with those guys, and like the other people were just kind of like people that I had no similar interests with, so it just like just did not fit well. And from then on, it's like I like basically made it all the way until like the ninth grade, and then some stuff happened. Like I had a falling out with my mom and that kind of thing, and like my grandparents just kind of took me in after that, and that was like probably way like for the better, like a lot. But at the same time, I feel like going through all that in Iowa kind of like ruined me because like I experienced all that in my childhood. So it just gives you this certain like bitter outlook on life, and like you think that everything is out to get you when it probably really isn't, but then like it makes you paranoid that like everything's out to get you. So like when like the whole someone's driving behind you like really hard on like undertale in the car, it just automatically makes you assume that they're out to get you and like they're being annoying because like you're the pushover in life even though they don't know who you are. So yeah, I don't know, it just makes you become the super villain because you're like I want to get back at them. I want to get back at these guys because they like treat me like shit. So like it's like why not treat them like that? Because treat others how you want to be treated. So I don't know. And then like going from then on from that point to when I was in like high school, where I currently live, um, it got a lot better. Like a lot of the people that were in my school were actually like friends. They were like normal people. They weren't like bullies that punch you and push you around and do stupid things just to watch you like fail. So that helped quite a bit. But at the same time, though, it's like when I got out of school, I felt like I was on top of the world because I like graduated early. And then after that happened, though, it was like I don't know, it just like it completely changed because like I had to get a job. It was like 2014 when I graduated. So like I had to get a job and that was when it all like started over again because I ended up getting a job at Hy-Vee in the meat department and that was awful. It I despise retail stores because of that place. Like it's basically like there was this one dude that like I'd walk in the building and he'd be um like the meat grinder needed to be cleaned or something like that. And he'd be like, okay, meat grinder, go. Like right when I started my shift, and it's like, okay, dude, you're not even close to the manager. Like you're just like a basic noodle. He's like just like one of those guys that reminded me of like the people from Iowa because he'd be like just a bully, be stupid about stuff. And it's like great, I gotta obey him because otherwise he's gonna be dumb. So that was kind of stupid. And then like the music that would play just drove me mad. Like I feel like that's one thing. Like if you hear like music that you don't want to listen to, like Christmas music or something on repeat, or like just like these really boring pop songs and like country songs that play at like Hy-Vee, it it like drives you to insanity because it's like, oh my god, it's just I can't. It's like it's an actual torture room. Like they're putting you through like pain and suffering just like on purpose, but they're not. But like it just feels that way, and it makes you like want to just go insane and become a super villain. But yeah, and then it's just like it just feels like over time, like even after that, like 2015, I finally I think I quit Hy-Vee in 2015, and I started finding all these other jobs, like this tree planting job, like a bunch of other random jobs, and like they never really went all that well. Like they were all just really bad. And like the further and further I went along, like the further it felt like I was just like slowly becoming like I've always been like a really nice person, but it just feels like at this point it's just like I can't be a nice person anymore. Like I don't have the power in me to do it. It's like something's taking over me and just making me want to be upset and mad and going crazy. And I think it has a lot to do with just like everything I've gone through. And it's like it just pushes you to the point to where you feel like the villain and like I don't know how to change it. Like maybe like yeah, like maybe if my life went a little bit better and I was like getting everything back on track, like then again it would be normal. But I've never seen myself as a villain either. But like at the same time, it like I think to myself like maybe it's like good to be the villain because everyone else that like is like a terrible person or like has like specific bad things happen to them and they become the villain for some reason. Like people respect them. I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird, but it's just kind of a random topic I wanted to go off of today. But yeah, it's Super Villain by Powerman 5000. Always thought that was a really cool song, but in the song though, he doesn't like he's kind of referencing that like you're not going anywhere being a super villain. Like you're only gonna end up like doing yourself in because you're not a good person. You're not a good thing to have. But I don't know. It's like a villain arc, but like you think it is, but it's not. I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm in right now. But that's all I want to talk about today. See ya.